Welcome back to Edition Kitchen. She fancy. She got her t-shirt on and stuff. She been messing up her clothes. But I do have some, Edition kitchenware, so I think I'm cute. Anywho, tonight we're going to be making oxtail, and the reason for that is because in a previous video, I pretty much stated, some suggestions. I said seafood, we made some of that. I said some beef short ribs, we made some of that. Some oxtail, I had a craving for it. Didn't feel like going to the restaurant to get 3 oxtail and then have fit over my gravy because I really like it. So I said, listen here, I'm going to make it myself and I'm going to enjoy it and I'm going to share with y'all. And then y'all going to want to make it so y'all don't have to go to the store. Thank me later. So this oxtail has been marinating for 48 hours in goodness. Not 1 day, but 2 days. Not 24 hours, but 48 hours. And it is going to be bomb. I got it sitting in at room temperature. And I just can't wait to get this thing started. So join me on this journey, because that's what we do in Edition Kitchen. I went to the butcher a few weeks ago and got some oxtail. I threw it in my freezer and just kept going on with life. So I decided to take it out the freezer. I let it defrost in the refrigerator for about a day. And so now I am going to clean it with lemon and vinegar. You can clean your oxtail with salt. You can clean it with lime. You can clean it with lemon. I just suggest that you get all that grit and grime and stuff from the saw that may have accumulated on there. Just, clean it off and rinse this until the water is clear. I'm going to let this soak before I actually start to wash it. So it's sort of a process, but it's definitely worth it. I did previously a video on green seasoning. You guys can check that out and see how I made that, but here it goes. So what I'm going to do is just add, oh, look at that. So sexy. It's just a bunch of fresh herbs, fresh ingredients that I'm going to just add some of that. I have here some red, green, and yellow bell peppers. I'm going to add that. Here I have a whole onion. I have some fresh ginger and garlic chopped up. I'm going to add that. I have some scallion. I'm going to add that. I have some ground allspice. I'm going to add that. Some Maggi Season Up chicken flavor. I'm going to add some of that. I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to add some black pepper. To add some ketchup, and I'm going to add some fresh thyme. I'm also going to leave the ingredients in the description box. You guys can feel free to season your oxtail with whatever it is you want to season it with. This is what I'm choosing to season mine with. I'm going to marinate my oxtail in the fridge for 48 hours. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and just get in here. And I love Sazon, so I am going to add 1 Sazon packet. It smells all kinds of good. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is just add this in my bag. And we're going to let this sit in the refrigerator for 2 days and just work its magic. I'm just going to add all that seasoning. Fresh herbs and spices are the best. Okay, so I'm going to start off with some olive oil. I'm not using browning because I am going to use my brown sugar because I like the flavor that it gives. So here goes my sugar. You need a dry spoon just to get that out. What I'm going to do is just let this cook down until it becomes a dark brown color. This browning process is all about timing, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Yes, it's getting there. It's getting there, guys. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our meat. Yes, Scallion. My girlfriend, she's Trini. She taught me a few years ago how to make my green seasoning. And that just takes this oxtail in anything you cook pretty much. I use it in so many different dishes. It just takes it to a whole nother level. So I'm just going to mix this up. So now what I'm going to do is just place this lid on so that it can create some juices, and then we'll be back. So now I'm going to take the lid off. Y'all see these juices in here? Just gonna let this burn out. And that's pretty much how you keep all the flavor in your oxtails. So while the juices was being made, while I had the lid on for those 5 minutes, I cut up a tomato. So I'm going to add this in there in a minute. I'm going to add some ketchup, some thyme, a Scotch bonnet pepper, and my secret ingredient that makes the oxtail just so good to my soul. This is just going to be everything. Everything. So now, all we have in our pot is the oxtail and some oil. And that's what we want. So now what I'm going to do is add my thyme and my tomato. I'm going to add my Scotch bonnet. Going to add a little ketchup. And now what I'm going to add is that 48-hour marinade into the pot. This is what the oxtail was marinating in for 48 hours. Give this a stir. And for my oomph, I like my coconut milk. Coconut milk makes me happy. That's going to give it an extra. That's my secret ingredient. Just a can of coconut milk, y'all. Right now the flame is on high. I'm just going to turn it down to low. And we're going to let this cook down for about 3 hours. And we'll be back. Okay, so we can't have our oxtail without our rice and peas. Well, we can have white rice, but I prefer rice and peas because I got a thing for coconut milk, so it makes me happy. So I am going to leave the ingredients in the description box along with the oxtail ingredients, so that way you guys can just click on the link and, you know, get what you need. You can soak these red kidney beans overnight. Is actually best if you soak them overnight. I, you know, worked last night, so I didn't have time to take them out, but I've been soaking them for the past 4.5 to 5 hours. So we have our coconut milk, we have our onion, we have our scallion, we have our thyme, our garlic, our scotch bonnet, our rice, our salt, pepper. I have both the ground allspice and I also have the whole allspice. I'll probably just use the ground because I just prefer it. And I'm also going to start the kidney beans now while the oxtail is cooking because it takes a good hour at least to cook these until they're tender, and then we're going to go from there. So these kidney beans have been cooking for about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm just going to test it to make sure it's tender enough to add the rice. And the way you can test it is by just grabbing one, and if you squeeze it and it squeezes like that, you know, you can add the rice. In which case I can add my rice. So I have my rice here. I rinsed it until it was clear. And it is sitting to the side. But before I add the rice, I have here my onion. This is half of a large onion. You can use half of a large onion or one small onion. So I'm going to add that. Here I have my garlic and my scallions. I'm just going to add that. I am going to add my thyme. I am going to add my coconut milk. I am going to add my salt, my pepper, I'm just going to add a couple pimento seeds, and then I'm also going to add the ground allspice just to give it extra oomph. I am going to stir this, add a little more salt. So now what I'm going to do is just add my rice in which I washed it. Now I'm going to add my scotch bonnet. So now for my little trick. Some of you probably know about this trick, some probably don't. But you take a plastic bag in which I washed. You place it gently over your rice. And we're going to let this steam. You're going to turn it all the way on low. Set it. And forget it. And when I come back, this rice is going to be done and it's going to be perfect. Okay, so now these oxtails have been cooking for about 3 hours on low heat. And I actually had to add a little bit more coconut milk, which, you know, I'm not mad about because I needed some more liquid. So I'm just going to take this lid off. And I have here my washed butter beans that we are going to add. Oh, yes. And some more scallion, and then we're just going to cover this up for about 15 minutes and it will be done. I wish I can smell it. I wish I can taste it. I always wish, right? You guys just inspire me to cook more. I have some awesome people that follow me that just makes me want to dig deep. And I want to say shout out to you guys. Just keep cooking and thank you for the support. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Okay guys, so what I did was I just skimmed some of the fat off of the top of my gravy, and now my oxtail is pretty much everything. Look at this oxtail. Look at the gravy. I'm excited. I'm excited. So now back to our rice. Did I say steam? Let's see what we got. Yes, yes. Perfect rice. Let me just take this Scotch bonnet off because I ain't built like that. But look at this rice. Lord. Take this out. Okay, I'm sure by now y'all know I love me some wine, right? But y'all gotta see this wine glass that I have. Ain't it sexy? I love it. This is a big wine glass because I need a big glass tonight. Okay, guys, so I am done. Look at that. Lord, all the goodness, the wine, the food. I'm ready to eat. Okay. Now I am ready to eat. I got more than 4 oxtail. I got everything I wanted, and I made it myself. Okay, because I didn't feel like going to no restaurant. I wanted my own. So let's go and fry rice. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I don't even know. Do y'all get open off of y'all own food? Because I got a feeling I'm about to be open again. I'm hyperventilating, Lord, and these oxtail. Y'all ain't about to watch me get it in like no dang on savage, but You're not gonna see me lick my fingers. You're not gonna see none of that. Sometimes you just gotta just take a step back and gather your thoughts and gather them. Because my thoughts is telling me, Keith Andridge, the coconut that's flowing throughout this rice, the thyme and the garlic and the pimento seeds, all that stuff that's flowing throughout that rice is orgasmic, okay? These oxtails, the coconut milk. I told you I'm addicted to coconut milk. Cheers to Key. Cheers to y'all. Thank you for the support. because y'all keep me going. This food is life. It's life. I'm going to leave the ingredients in the description box. If y'all make this, let me know. Why go to a restaurant when you can make it at home? This is making my toes curl. Y'all don't understand. How about I never want to leave the kitchen ever, 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 ever? You know you sit in church and you rock because your soul is moved? I just feel it penetrating. It's penetrating. Got me wanting to speak other languages that I don't even know how to speak. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Ichiman. I said it, man. Ooh, Denise Huxtable. If y'all like my video, please hit the subscribe button. Like it or not. I appreciate you. Thanks for the love and support. I wish you guys can taste this food.